Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 46 of a YouTube show I do where I showcase my recent comic book hauls, discuss comic book speculation, I show stuff from my collection, and I'll even do a quick little mini review of stuff from my weekly pull list. Before I get into everything, please check out the links in my captions. Every episode I have them. One of them is for my Instagram, You Love Comic Books, where you can see what, I post images of stuff from these episodes and stuff from my collection. So, come join me there. Come part of the You Love Comic Books conversation on Instagram. And then also, there's a link to my eBay store, which is also under the name You Love Comic Books, where I have lots of trades and full series runs, mini series, comic books, video games, toys, stuff that I have on there as well. So this was a fun little haul. I'm kind of was like saving my money. My birthday's coming up too, so it's like there's a convention coming in town, like a small one, and who knows, it could be complete waste. I might find I would like to get like a key I've been trying to find. So, but I've ran into my local store, and they have a great dollar bin that sometimes has some really good stuff. So I have some good dollar bin finds here. And also, one of the stores I go to is having a half price sale for the month. So I had to check that place out. Got some pretty good stuff for decent price, didn't spend too much. So, you know what? Let's get into this. This is the only new book I have here, so this will be really quick. Star Wars ObiWan issue 5. This completes this series for the Obi-Wan miniseries from Star Wars. It was okay. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's not like it's going to change your life. It's basically just Obi-Wan reflecting. That's basically the entire series. And each issue kind of takes place at a different moment in his life. I honestly enjoyed the first issue the most, where he was just like a kid. It's like something you never think about. Like, I mean, you see Anakin and Luke when he's young. And Obi-Wan, you just think of him as this old man, and kind of like, I guess he's young in episode 1. It's just, it was like a different dynamic. It was kind of cool. It showed him as a Padawan before he's with Qui-Gon. Kind of showed him, like, where he learned about, like, the Force and, like, and the Jedi way, and, like, how you can't have too many attachments. So that was a good part. This one was interesting. It had to do with him trying to save, like, a stormtrooper, I guess. It was fine. Whatever. It's over. There's only 5 issues, so. So this is the first one from Daliban. This one's nothing crazy. I just grabbed it because, one, I really like the cover. But also, it's got this character in it. I think his first appearance is 23. I forgot his name. It's like some future son of Namor and some other character. I don't think it's Storm. I don't know. There's a... it's like a storyline where she goes in the future or something, and there's this dude. This one was pretty cool for a buck. I had to grab this, and especially with the whole Nick Fury series, Secret Invasion coming out. I'm not saying that this is going to blow up or anything like that, but this is Nick Fury number 1. Pretty sure this is the first series based off of the kind of new iteration of Nick Fury. So, like, there's the Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury that existed in the Ultimate Universe. They pretty much modeled him off of him. That's why it was awesome when he showed up in Iron Man. And then Marvel regular, like, I guess you call it, like, what are they? 616? Is that the universe? They wanted to play catch up, so they did this really weird storyline. I never read it. I always thought it was kind of corny. You're introduced to this soldier, and then he gets this. You find out he's like the son of Nick Fury, and then by the end of the series, he happens to lose his eye, so he could become Nick Fury. I don't know. You find out he's like the son of Nick Fury. It's kind of corny, but this is a cool cover. The interior art is awesome by Aiko. Absolutely, they definitely wanted to go for like a Steranko type of feeling. So happy to grab it just for the artwork inside. This one's kind of cool for a buck. I think I might have. I'm sure I have this already. Got it when I was a kid. I think my copy's probably a beater. This one's in really good condition. It's got one little tiny spine kick, but for a buck. Will Gargoyle be a big thing? Probably not. But if this character shows up in any way whatsoever, in Marvel, if they ever do Defenders or whatever that would bring this character in, this book will just people will want it just because it's Gargoyle #1, based on the character. It's kind of like, I guess, is it safe to say he's kind of like a ripoff of the Demon from DC? I think he's like different enough, but you could see the similarities. This is great. This variant cover, Captain Marvel 31, Asian Voices variant. I mean, it was only $1, but I mean, this is such a nice cover by Lee Wolverine. These variant covers, if I find these for $1, like the really nice ones, I'm gonna grab it. This just looks really nice. So happy to have that one. Here's I grabbed this one. I'm sure this is like Amber Heard #1. Mirror Queen of Atlantis #1. It's great. This is a variant cover. I don't know. I gotta look up the name. I thought it was Art Germ. I guess it is it. Is it an Art Germ variant? Yeah, I think it is. So hey, Art Germ variant for $1. Now, who knows? The rumor is that like Aquaman, they're redoing it and removing Amber Heard from the movie. I don't even know. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's a sick cover. It was $1. It's an Art Germ variant, so I thought it was cool. This one is always kind of funny. I'm kind of glad I grabbed this. I think I might have a copy of this from back in the day when I bought it in the 90s. I'll have to look, but it was $1. This is from that notorious era of one of these god-awful, like, look at this insane, like just crazy. This, like, I don't know what they call this, holographic foil or whatever. But this is also that time period where, like, Sue Storm wears that weird boob window outfit. She has like a 4 cut out on her chest. And they, like, I guess sales for Fantastic Four weren't doing that great at the time. I don't know. They're like, I got a great idea. Let's put the mom from Fantastic Four in an insane looking outfit with a big 4 cut out her chest so you can see some cleavage. All right, this one's probably the best find from this dollar bin that I found. They had another one, and I should just go back and grab it. It's crazy. I'm amazed. This book can go. I see people, like, stores try to sell this for like $30, which I think is a little too much. This is a super iconic cover. It's kind of crazy too. It's like the tail end of like Jim Lee's run before he leaves for Image. You can see it. He's already like kind of checked out. Like after like issue 8, you start seeing the quality drop. From what I remember, and it's definitely in there. You can see like there's a different artist, definitely doing more of the finishes. But this is an iconic cover with Wolverine. This image of Wolverine gets cut out and used in things all the time. It's just a great one. And to get it for $1, and this one's in like, I grabbed this one. I didn't get the other one because this one's like this one was like in near mint condition for $1. So happy to have that one. Okay, so this was from another store. It's just a storage. My son does like school rock and everything like that. So sometimes when he's there, I got like a little time to kill. There's a comic store I like to check out once in a while. It's around there. I find some gems there sometimes. Just some interesting books. This one was kind of cool. Again, speaking of crazy 90s covers, Blaze #1, Midnight Suns. This is like the special edition cover, they would call it. And it's just, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but like, I have to either give this a new bag or whatever. That's not, the comic is in perfect condition. Like, that's the thing with these books. That's why, like, if I see them in a bin, and even if, I don't even care, like, if they're $1, but, like, they got, like, tons of, like, spine ticks, I'm not gonna buy it. Because these covers, like, they're, it's like, they're easy to preserve because they're so, like, they're hard. It's like this cardstock. I mean, you just gotta, like, put it in a bag and board, make sure you don't, like, put it in a nice tight box or whatever. That way it doesn't like fall and bend in half. These books, I mean, unlike regular comics, if these get like a spine tick, man, it doesn't forgive. And it just will be a big crease throughout the book. Happy to have this though. It was like, I think it was like $3 or $4. This one was cool. I was shocked this one was only $5. And this one's in near mint condition. So again, ignore this little thing. That's just the price tag I ripped off on the bag. Again, just trying to fill in some holes. I would love to just complete. I mean, part of me would love to get X-Men 94. As you can see, I'm 98 over here. I got that long time ago, very long time ago, for like $1 or something. Got that, one of my few graded books. I'm trying to, I would love to just have a full, like, I know I have a bunch after, but just have like that solid X-Men 94 to 300. And there's a bunch of like issues in like this, around this era, I just never bought. So I've just been slowly chipping away. I don't want to spend, some of those books can go easily for like 10 to 20 bucks. This store, I was shocked they had for only $5. This store, their prices are bizarre. They'll have like stuff for on the wall for like insane prices, but then they'll have like books that, I don't know, maybe they have somebody doing pricing different that day. This one was, I think, is a great find. Red Wolf #1. This one was also $5. This one's in, I would say, fine condition. I think any book with the 20 cents, and then it's a #1 from Marvel, and it's in at least fine condition, you find it for like $5, totally worth getting. Now, Red Wolf is a character that first premiered in Avengers, I think like 81. Could be wrong. And then like the other big issue is Marvel Spotlight one. Those can go for a bit. I didn't even heard of this series. I saw it and I had to grab it. I seen this go, I was looking it up. It can go for like 20, 25 bucks in this condition. Here's my, okay, I'm gonna make a prediction here. This is my, I'm gonna throw in my little long-term spec on this. So anyone you watching this video, did you see the movie Prey? The Predator prequel that took place like kind of with Native Americans, people going against the Predator. That movie was a huge, like critically huge hit. I don't know what the ratings were on Hulu, but like people, the reaction to Predator, the excitement. I mean, I look at it this way too, like Predator comics, like the first issues were going up a lot, but I also think you're going to start seeing like a trend, and you're going to see, I would not be shocked if you see an iteration of this guy, if they do a gender swap or whatever on Red Wolf, showing up in the Marvel Universe. Again, who the hell knows when? It could be 10 years from now, it could be never, but I figured $5. This is what we call, I think this is a decent spec. That's just my prediction, but whatever. Happy to have it. I think it's also kind of sick. I love finding stuff that I didn't know like really existed, and I feel like around this time period of Marvel, especially in like the late 60s or early 70s, Marvel has so much other, like, just they're putting out so much stuff, like when the horror series come back. So, all right. So, did you guys watch my last episode where I did my one and only mystery box episode? I doubt I will ever do another one unless I am gifted one. If someone wants to send me one, I'd be more than happy to take it and, open it up and let everyone know what I think about it. I won't hold back. If you saw that, I got that from Second and Charles, the $25 box of trash. A couple things sprinkled in, some half-eaten donuts in there that were okay, I guess, but mostly trash. House of X, though, #2, I found this there when this is a separate purchase at the same time when I bought the box. This one was like $3. This is probably like still the biggest issue, I think, from the House of X, and I forgot the other name, like Power of X, those two miniseries that came out at the same time to start the Hickman run. This is the big spoilers for this issue. This is the big issue that revealed like Moira McTaggart literally lived like 9 lives or something crazy, as you could see in the the different lives here, and like she's basically gets reborn and relives reality. It's insane concept, but this book picked up. I think it might have calmed down a bit, but I'm happy to grab another one of these for like, half a cover price or whatever. So, and yeah, check out the mystery box episode. I think you'll get a kick out of it, because I did. All right, so here we go. Let's finish this video. This is from the half off sale. This one they had listed for $4, so it was only $2. Time Bandits #1. Anytime I see a movie adaptation or old cartoon series or anything from Marvel or even DC, and it's at the right price and it's in really nice condition. Usually these books are not in nice condition. It's funny, they're either in like garbage condition or like near mint, like they were never touched. And I think this might be one of them, never touched. Time Bandits #1. If you are in your early to late 40s, in your 40s in general, you probably are aware of this movie. If you had HBO when you were a kid, you probably know this movie. There's Terry Gilliam. This thing was played all the freaking time, and the movie is weird as hell. Happy to have it. This one was, they had listed as $1, so it was only 50 cents. Foofer #1. Again, anytime I see like a Stars comic and like a #1 or whatever, I'll grab it. And it's a newsstand, so that's cool. It's in like fine VF condition, and there's only 50 cents. Here's another one. I've been actually wanting to get this one, so it's kind of cool to find this. This one's in really, really nice condition in a newsstand. Bullwinkle and Rocky. I always thought it was Rocky and Bullwinkle, but whatever. #1, again, they have it listed at $4. It was only $2. And I figured they had issue 2. I might as well just grab it. Again, only $2 instead of $4. Newsstand, really nice condition. All right, here's a book that I had back in the day. I don't think I ever saved it. I don't know what happened to it. So I saw this and I had to grab it. The Carnies #1, the first disturbing issue. 48-page giant with free full-out poster. Yeah, this is a, I'm gonna open it. Let's see the poster. So it's not like, it's not the greatest kit. The front looks good. It's got a little kind of some wear. The back, it's like hard to tell. There's definitely wear on it. I don't know if it's like was the ad supposed to look like this? I don't know. But it was only $2, and I always wanted to just get another copy of this. This is from like Archie. I think it's this spinned off of Sabrina. And I think it's a Dan Parent creation or something, but let's see. There's like two-headed girl, and then here we go. Look at that. I guess, you know what, I'm gonna put this up on my wall. My wife's gonna be like, "What the hell? What's going on here?" What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's pretty crazy comic, and it's not something you could find anywhere. I've seen it only in like 2 stores. It was this store, and I saw it like a couple months ago. I didn't want to pay $4, but I gladly would pay $2. And yeah, all right, let's move on. This one they had for $10, but it was only $5. This one is in like near mint condition. Batman Detective Comics 554. Key significance of this book. I think it's just this really crappy costume that Black Canary wears in the 80s for a good chunk of years before she gets back into the sexy fishnets. Just always wanted it. I think it's a fun cover. I think it's kind of like a recreation of that Robin cover from like the 40s. I think like they've done these several times. There's that famous one where Robin's breaking through. I don't know if that's his first appearance, but here, this one they have listed at $8. I got it. It was only $4. Avengers 165. This is my second copy of this. I figured this is actually in better condition than the one I already have. This is the first appearance of Henry Gyrick. He's kind of like a government scumbag. He'll definitely show up in the MCU. He's a great character. He's like one of those, like, he'll be a good, like, interesting, like, kind of foil, or like a jerk. Like, sometimes he'll be an ally, sometimes he'll be a villain. I think he'd be perfect to show up. Who knows? Maybe he'll be in Secret Invasion. That would make sense. That would be the place to drop him in, just because of, like, It's probably gonna be a bunch of. They'll probably bring back Shield a bit, and I don't know. I figured it was worth getting. It was only $4. These are fun. So this one was only $3. Dead of Night #4 instead of 6. Honestly, I just grabbed it because it's like the whole werewolf Marvel early 70s. Like, this isn't Werewolf by Night, but I figured, hey, worth getting. Like I said, it's not the greatest. It's got this goober, the guy in the comic store. That's what the owner said. He goes, it would have been priced higher if it wasn't for this goober on there. Book's like 50 years old, so maybe we just don't question what the goober is. Dead of Night #9. I had to grab this one. I just love this cover with death. Man, again, some of these books, I just didn't know that there's so many of these like horror books that came out in the early 70s that they just, Marvel got like, and DC got like the go ahead, like the comic code kind of eased up a bit, and man, they released like 10 series at once. And then here's the last one. This is the last thing I got. I thought this was pretty cool. Daredevil graphic novel. Frank Miller, Bill Sienkiewicz. I honestly didn't even know this existed. Or maybe I just totally blanked on it. Now, this was only 7, so it wasn't 14. Totally worth getting. This is actually the second print, which, it's still cool to have. I mean, it was only $7 again with this sale. Like I said, it's not perfect. Maybe it'd be listed as like a fine condition. But, this whole thing has like that Sienkiewicz art. I don't know if I can give you a good... I'm definitely going to want to read... I think I'm going to read this one. I'll be honest with you, like, I buy a lot of these books. I usually don't read them. A lot of it's just straight up collecting, but this is like, oh yeah, these are like some of these famous, like, crazy Kingpin, like, artwork that Bill Sienkiewicz did. That, like, the, what was it? The Miles Morales cartoon that came out, Spider-Verse, they totally based their style of the Kingpin on. Look at this. This is a famous image. Man, he's got some, like, it's completely inhuman. It doesn't even make any sense. Look at that. He's got, like, a severe case of scoliosis. He's, like, 100 feet tall. His head is, I don't know. It's awesome. It's funny. I think as a kid, and you can tell me what you think. When I was a kid, I did not like Bill Sienkiewicz, like, in the comics. Like, I remember his New Mutants run, with, like, Demon Bear. I just thought it was, like, too much. It was, like, hard to follow, and it's like, you just want to see your superheroes, And then you get into, like, the Image era, like, McFarlane and, Liefeld and Lee. But, man, over the years, I've, like, learned that, like, this is, like, just amazing. Honestly, I think with the graphic novel, Sienkiewicz got to go even further. You could look at, like, his old Moon Knight comics. That's a great, like, study of an artist, is the Moon Knight run. Look at the issue 1. I don't think he doesn't draw every issue, but he does draw a good chunk. And look at the covers, and look at issue 1, where he's more, like, classic, like, kind of, I always call it, like, the John Romita look. I feel like that was, like, Marvel's go-to back in that day, like in the 70s, early 80s. And then you look by, like, issue, like, 10, 20, you start seeing, like, a huge shift on Sienkiewicz's work. So that guy's just, he deserves more appreciation than I think he gets. He gets a lot, but I think he deserves even more. All right, so yeah, this was a great run. Fun little, I wouldn't say I got, like, any huge keys here or anything like that, but I think, like, just still some fun books for, without breaking the bank here, nothing big. This, I think, is a great find for that price. I'm actually shocked they only charged that much for it, but I'm happy to get that for whatever. Happy to get this for just $1. I think that's a good find. So, yeah. All right. Well, like I said, check out my Instagram, You Love Comic Books. Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. Check out my eBay, You Love Comic Books. Give this up if you liked what you saw. Give this episode a like. Help me defeat the YouTube algorithm. Smash that subscribe button. Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. If you have anything you want to say, anything you saw in the episode, leave a comment and I'll get back to you accordingly. Of course, be polite, as we all should be to each other. So on that note, have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.